We don't want any more rules or laws or auditing. We want it disbanded. It's pretty simple. We don't want a bunch of people, because of inside information, making fortunes each and every day at the public's expense. Sure, they turn in all their profits at the end of the year to the government, big deal. They get the inside information because they're making the rules, and they pass it on to all their illuminous buddies. And they get richer and richer and richer, and more powerful.
He also goes on, China's Wen Zibo said U.S. must remain a credible nation. We're heading towards becoming an uncredible nation.
Well, that's for sure. In fact, I think we've been there for a long time. And it's just going to get worse. I mean, all these little incidents here and there, they're not going to go away. They're just going to get worse. Wait till they invade Pakistan. And then after that, they invade Iran. And they invite your children and grandchildren to go over and get murdered. Just terrific. They want to reduce population, if you can believe this, by 90%. Too many people in the world. They want to get rid of them. The Illuminists have come right out and said that. In fact, I have a tape by InfoWars in the next issue on the U.S. It's a link, and it explains how many people and why they want to get rid of them.
If they wanted to get rid of 90% of the population, what would happen to all these infrastructures? Or would it just be in their select little countries where they don't have any infrastructure?
Well, they just sit there until the population expanded again.
Well, there'd be a lot of
They just don't want. I think they'd settle for 40 or 50%. I think that's what they're really looking for. Because, they have to have slaves. Right now we're tax slaves.
Yeah. Well, there'd be an awful lot of decay, but then they would be able to rebuild everything. When they pull the plug, won't this signal the start of deflation? Would it be wise to have some cash on hand at that time?
Yeah, $5,000's fine. One's 5s, 10s, 20s. That's good enough. You're going to have gold and silver coins. You're going to be far more valuable. That's where the bulk of your money should be. And, of course, for those people who like the stocks, they can have them too.
And then his question was about selling gold. No, you don't want to sell your gold. But then he also talks about pinpointing a time.
Only God knows.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a time frame. It gives them comfort. And every time I see one of these idiots on radio and television, April the 15th, the world's coming to an end. April the 17th, this is going to happen. April the 20th, that's going to happen. It disrupts people's thinking. But it makes it easy for them to close in on a date. And when the date passes and nothing happens, they're screwed. They've missed the market. Wake up, people. 85% of the people who make estimates are charlatans.
Bob, look how many people sold their gold after Y2K.
Unbelievable.
Think if they would have held on to their gold. And that was the biggest mistake they could have made.
Well, Y2K was a scam. And I said it at the time, and I'm one of the few writers who said it. And I was right. And Gary North and John Malden and Dennis Gartman made a pile of money off of it, and they could have cared less.
Why were there so many governmental agencies and cities that came out and confirmed. I mean, there was quite a few.
Well, they were taken in by the hoax.
Yeah.
I mean, smart people can get taken in.
The computer industry made trillions. Because I can't tell you how many people that I talked to in businesses where they spent everything they had to get their computer systems updated. You know, it did have a purpose, but it was also a scam. And everybody in this country at that time got wired. Everybody. I mean, it was just a progression, and everybody got wired globally. I know you have this question, Bob, from John Michael. Did you want to go ahead and address that, or?
No, you do it.
Well, he just had a question about his family members, and does it make sense to give up a secure job?
Oh yeah. He asked about his sister.
Uh-huh.
And I think her fiancé.
Mm-hmm.
Giving up their jobs to come back and work in a family business. And I said, they're very good paying jobs. So I said, keep the jobs until, you see that there's going to be real problems. They're in the Washington, D.C. area, not too far from it. And, when things look nasty, well, you get out of town. See, these are people who are going to have a shot at getting out. It's all those people that don't listen to these programs, don't read the International Forecaster. They don't have a chance. I mean, the big cities could become war zones. But people like them, they'll be able to get out. Because I'll have something in saying, hey, if you live in a big city, get out now.
I'm not so sure if we went over this question on Friday or not. It's about the rise of Japan's economy, the way that's faltering, and the suicide rate is on the rise. And a gentleman was found dead due to starvation, but yet, he was a 49-year-old computer specialist with, unable to find work. And any comments to that? I'm not sure if we discussed that on Friday.
Well, in society, you're always going to have people who will take that attitude of, if life is not going the way I like it, then I got to kill myself. And that's okay. I mean, if that's what they want to do, there's nothing you can do about it. It's something within the person. Assumably, they don't have any illness or not on any drugs. And you're going to have people do that. And, people commit suicide for different reasons. And most of the time, you can't stop it. I mean, if it's discussed and they can get psychiatric help, that can save them. But some people don't want help. They say, it's not worth living here. I went and did this, that, and the other thing. And I did everything I was supposed to do. Now I can't eat and so on. So, bang, I'm dead.
According to BBC, we got 20 seconds. According to BBC, the Bank of America reignited worries over the stability of the banking sector and future losses that banks may face.
Well, that's an understatement, but that's true. They're insolvent. It's simple.
And it's real simple, folks. Give us a call at 1-800-375-4188. That's 1-800-375-4188 for your gold and silver coins and, of course, your copy to the International Forecaster. Until Wednesday, be safe, take care, and God bless. Thank you, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Till Wednesday.
Till Wednesday.